Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Boo, 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 boo. Yes. So guys, today I'm just gonna talk about guys as uNkulunkulu muhle. Like muhle. I posted yesterday ukuthi one thing about God, akafuni ngami. Like akafuni ngami, and that goes for everyone nje ukuthi kwazi ukuthi uNkulunkulu akafuni ngawe. Akafuni next ngawe, So day before yesterday I was reading, so I was like, okay, let me read Proverbs, the book of Proverbs. So I was on chapter 4 yesterday. Chapter 4? Let me see. Yeah, chapter 4, and I was like, this one I have to share. Like this I have to share. Like I felt Mutinchi, I need to share it. And the reason being that, we sometimes like walk in this life, we walk in this life and we tend to forget who we are. We tend to sometimes like seizing, I don't know, we feel like we are not worthy or some things, or we feel like our journey I align nje kuningi nje yabona kuningi and ngiyani. So like you will feel like it's a lot, things are not aligning the way they should, or like there's just a lot, there's just a lot. And you ask yourself, but then God, everything was going well. Like this 1 minute, things were going well. The next, things aren't, it's fine if things are not all rosy or all perfect, but there must be something, But then I think in my life I was like, it's like utulile, it's like utulile, and aibo, how, but God knows, and in your heart also that God knows, in your heart also that He will come through for you. So I was reading this, it's in chapter 4, verse 18 and 19. It says, the path of the righteous is like the first gleam of dawn, shining ever brighter till the full light of day. But the way of the wicked is like deep darkness, and they do not know what makes them stumble. So this these two verses actually, like they made me think about how good God is, how faithful He is. When He says like it's like a gleam, it's like a gleam. Ilang, yes, ilang amali. It's like a gleam of dawn. Okay, it's like a gleam of dawn. It's like, ilanga like maluvela, liyavela after like ubusuku, and then it rises, it's like that, it's ever bright, like, and then you see, it's like ebusuku angithi sebusuku, well sebusuku, but ilanga maliza, it's like it's bringing, it's like new hope, a new day is coming, a new hope, now another day is starting, it's like God is still there. I'm leaving. Yo guys, Soweto. Makuyila abantu bamaveji nivuvuzela ngo-4 o'clock. Guys, I was saying ukuthi there's hope, you feel like there's hope. You feel like it's not even like it's a feeling, it's just like that there's hope. God is still working, But then it says in verse 9, Wait, nothing, I think. Verse 19. So, Uti, um, but the ways of the wicked, but the path of the wicked, the way of the wicked is like the deep darkness. They do not know what makes them stumble. So when you walk in darkness, and like, it's like bavala amehlo kanje, bayahamba, and you trip and fall and you don't see. But when you are relying on God, like when you are a child of God, your ways always have lights. It's like you see, even though some things do not make sense at that time, but you see where you're going. That's why I said, like, there's hope. God brings hope. God brings you like faith. You always look forward to it, even though you feel discouraged at that time, but immediately you step out of it and like, God is with me. Like, God is with me. Like, you just snap out of it. And that's the way of the righteous. Like, God brings us lights. Our ways are light. The word says his word is like a lamp unto my feet. Yo, the word says hits my feet. Yeah, and the light unto my path. So, God's word directs you. God's word, like, gives you peace. That's the difference. Because some, like, you will ask yourself, why am I not panicking in this situation, or how did I even get out of that situation, or why am I so peaceful, why am I so stable? Yes, yes, the situation, but why am I so stable? Like, you're not moved, but because of God, like, shows you light. God shows you, Uguti, yes, my child, this is where you are, but this is where I'm taking you. And that's the difference. It's not like you are going and you're like, where am I even going? Or nje yabona nje impilo yakho nje in a direction, or impilo yakho nje, it's nje, you are always panicking, you are always panicking, you, doesn't matter, so yeah. And I was reminded of Psalms 1, which I'm gonna read. Psalms 1 has been my go-to, like my go-to when I started this journey with Jesus, has been my go-to. Like, I felt like, guys, I am renewed. Me, I'm renewed. I do not care. Like, I felt strength. I felt like I can conquer anything, when I read Psalms 1, when I read Philippians 4. Like, hey, but anyway, Psalms 1 says, let's go to Psalms 1. Psalms 1, verse 1. I'll just read verse 1 to 3. It's, blessed is the man who does not walk in the counsel of the wicked, or stand in the way of sinners, or sit in the seats of mockers. But his delight is in the law of the Lord, and on his law he meditates day and night. He is like a tree planted by streams of water, which yields its fruit in season, and whose leaf does not wither. Whatever he does prospers. Eish. So, me, taking like Proverbs 4 and Psalms 1, that, whatever that you do prospers. When you are in God, whatever that you do prospers. You are like a tree. You are, guys, you are like a tree planted by streams of water. That means you are refreshed, like you are renewed, you are refreshed every day. Like, that water refreshes you each and every day. Like, day in, day out, 24/7, 365 days, 66 days. Like, you are renewed every day. You are renewed every day. Whatever the circumstances, you are renewed every day. And I spoke that and I was like, me, I am renewed. Me, I am renewed every day. And I am of God. Won't He do it? Or won't He do it again? Won't He do it again? You know, I remember when I lost my dad in 2017. Oh my gosh, that week was that was the hardest. That was the hardest week or days of my life. I remember I couldn't even pray. You know, I couldn't even read the word. I couldn't. Like, when I say I couldn't even say Our Father. I couldn't. Like, I couldn't. I was so broken. I was in a dark place. You know, when a person or people say they were in a dark place, I always refer that to that week. That week was dark. That week, guys, I remember even in that dark place, even when I was so broken, like, I was broken. I was confused. Ooh, guys, losing a parent, the worst nightmare. Ooh. So anyway, but one thing that I remember, I was asking myself, why am I was at peace, you know. I was at peace. Like, I think I was understanding this verse, like the prayers that I've been praying, you know, the prayers that I've been praying all the years since I was born, like, you know, even before, but the prayers that I've been praying of God renewing me, of God making me humble, of God giving me peace. I experienced that. Like, I really experienced that. Those prayers were praying for me. If I'm making sense, I don't know if you get me. If you don't get me, forget about it. But anyway, but those prayers that I prayed all these years were praying for me on that week. That week, I felt, why am I so confused? Why am I so hurt? But I am at peace. You know, I am at peace. Like, guys, you. But again, that is what I mean by being a Kuninbangu. Like, stay there, and you will see. And that, for me, I ran from 2017 on that week, first week got June. For me, that until today, I still stand on saying God is faithful. I still stand by it. God is faithful. I've seen Him. Like, I've seen Him that week. Shem. God is faithful. And when He says, Uguti, you are like a tree that is planted by the stream of waters. Oh, guys, I'm telling you, that is what you're gonna experience, and you will always be renewed every day. And ask yourself, how did I do it? You know, how did I get out of this situation? But because of God, you know. So yeah, God is amazing. Jesus, the lover of my soul. Jesus is good, guys, and just open up your hearts to Him and let Him be the center of your life, and He will do wonders, really, guys, really. So yeah, that is our sit down today, and I love you so much, guys. Bye. Mwah, mwah, mwah.